Hey guys, so the referendum is tomorrow, and I thought I'd give those who aren't as informed a little more information about both sides. One side is called the Brexit campaign, so called because it wants Britain to leave the EU. The name is a pun on Britain and exit. The other is the Remain campaign. They want Britain to remain in the EU. Their terrible pun is to capitalise the I and make it Remain. The EU is the European Union, if you didn't already know. I guess it's kind of like the USA, only the states are countries. But in many ways it's not like that at all. Welcome to the ins and outs of the EU referendum. This crazy blonde man is Boris Alexander de Pfeffel Johnson, and this posh idiot is David William Donald Cameron. Neither of them should be in charge of a government, but unfortunately one of them is, and one of them wants to be.
I'm Boris Johnson, member of the Conservative Party, previous Mayor of London and leader of the Leave campaign.
I am David Cameron, leader of the Conservative Party and Prime Minister of England. I am the leader of the Remain campaign.
It is a common fact that Boris is leading the Leave campaign because if Britain leave, David Cameron will step down, leaving a space for a certain Conservative member to become Prime Minister. But then almost every point brought up by the Leave campaign has actually been the fault of David Cameron, and not the European Union.
Now that's not fair.
I don't know what to say to that. Our arguments are strong and relevant.
Strong and relevant? Mr. Johnson, of all the propaganda I have received, I have only had one that supports Leave. It isn't even associated to a political party. Anyhow, I can find fault with every single argument in this leaflet.
Go on then. Tell me your faults.
It's mentioned at least 3 times in bold letters that we spend £385 million on being part of the EU. Not only is this a lie, but you seem to have completely overlooked the £4.4 billion we receive in return. You have a graph showing specifically our expenses to the EU. It starts in around 1973. Mr. Johnson, the EU did not exist until 1999, and the quotes about expenses going towards limos for party members is just a joke. Our money goes on MPs with tax avoidance and companies in Panama. I think you know who I'm specifically pointing the finger at. You also claim that 2 million migrants have come to Britain in the past 10 years. I did my maths and that is impossible, given that our population has only gone up 4 million and approximately 6 million babies have been born. It seems that more people have left than arrived. You also mention the National Health Service quite a lot and how our alleged £385 million would help. Unfortunately, nothing will save you from Jeremy Hunt. Mr. Cameron, you say the NHS will be better in the EU, but you failed to sack Jeremy Hunt. We're going to take a short break now, but be sure to tune in for the second part, as this is no way near finished.